Hello and welcome to the April 2013 energy forecast. A funny forecast day for me today. I woke up feeling like The Walking Dead and was not dissimilar yesterday either. And yet because I'm having a week with my family tomorrow, which is wonderful, I had to record this today. So I'm sure that will sound familiar to many of you, both feeling like The Walking Dead on certain days and having to just keep trucking through regardless of what impetus or energy you feel you have. Don't get me wrong, I'm not at all a fan of pushing yourself through suffering. I don't think we need to do that, but I wanted to at least come today to an environment that would be supportive to both my own feeling like The Walking Dead and understanding my role as a conduit for some people, bringing us here so that we could all have the water, energy and sound, and also the shelter of the trees. The phrase that came to mind for me many times in March was energy mosaic. The idea that as human beings and souls we have been in this energy mosaic. So you look at a picture, a mosaic that's made of tiles, and they make one whole picture. But each individual tile is its own colour, has its own detail. And the mosaic reference came up for me when I noticed both within my own self and with lots of the people around me and who I was working with. The common phrase was, has anyone else noticed that the energy has been really weird lately? Which to me, when I hear that I get it and it's true, but having lived through the last few years of that kind of truth, it's always a little harder for me to go with the lately part of that sentence. But there has been a difference in that this energy mosaic has had an effect on us of meaning in one moment we are very deeply in one colour, one shade, from past, present, future, and then in the next moment we just shunt in a very abrupt way into another tile. I referred a lot in the last few months, and especially in the March energy forecast, about the speed that we're now going through, meaning that we're going through so many things in one day and that it won't make sense to our minds that have lived a certain way for many, many years. So our minds tend to reference the past and to track the present based on how differently it feels to what went on before. Our minds don't tend to be able to dimensionally grasp the future until we're in the future, aka the present. So this mosaic feeling that some of you will have had will have just literally meant that there has been a sense of disconnection within your day, and yet actually on another level you feel like you're just breezing and flowing through a lot of it, whether it's good, whether it's bad. Some of you will have had the experience that I personally have had, which has been having many wonderful things occurring inside me, outside me, very closely followed by something at my shoulder or a friend in crisis, in need, and that the day just becomes a dance through all of those things. So you go from strange experience, difficult experience, to good experience, but your own sense of centre through all of it is stronger than ever before. You aren't pushed into each of these things. You have a core that you're now maintaining, which is also why what's going on around you can amplify, because before, if you'd have got very involved in everything that was going on around you emotionally, you would have left your centre and gone into that and worked with that and processed that. So for many of you now it will be a case of, well, things feel a little crazy around me, but I definitely feel more peaceful and more centred than before. I've also spoken in recent months about the rise of love and the rise of heartfelt energy on our planet. It's getting stronger and stronger. Some of the things that we see on the media would try and have us believe otherwise. And don't get me wrong, I do not believe we live in a perfect world, and I do not believe that we live in a world that doesn't need a lot of help in certain areas right now. I'm very clear about that. But what I'm very conscious of when I see images on the media, through the media, I'm very conscious that sometimes it feels like I'm seeing the truth, and sometimes it feels like I'm being shown something to get me to think a certain way about a certain issue, or distract me from another issue. So issues are everywhere, and as the global issues rise for us, as we sign more petitions for things, as we focus on areas that need liberation in the world, so too does this have an effect on us as a personal individual. So ask yourself, what petitions have you been signing in yourself this month? What are you rewriting about the areas of yourself that feel challenged or oppressed or suppressed by others, by things around you? The illusion of what we live in is here for a reason, and when we buy into it, if you aren't somebody who just lives in a completely Zen way, and there are people on the planet who do that and who have no attachment to anything ever, they've achieved that state, and they are holding that energy for the rest of us who are going through a more human ascension dance, if you like. They are holding that balance on the planet for the rest of us. But the group that many of you listening are in, and the group I would put myself in, is those of us who are wanting to bring more consciousness to the actions that we take as humans, the actions on our planet. When our root chakra, our base, is strong and healthy and working, so when you're not going through something or being pushed, then you have a much stronger propensity to act, to create, to do. One of the things that has changed in the last month or so is the energy rising from inside the earth is getting stronger. So for a long time we've looked at solar flares, we've looked at energies coming at us and how they are shifting the dynamics of everything on the planet. But when I spoke to my guides this morning, they talked about the earth heating up from inside now, and waves of energy coming up through the planet. So if you are managing to keep yourself in a healthy, alive space, so attending to the things that we talk about each month, body, mind and spirit, so body especially, keeping it light, keeping yourself well fed, keeping yourself moving, because the body is often the piece that, unless you're a natural athlete or a natural nutritionist, it's the piece that many in the mind-spirit community can forget. If you're keeping that clear, you will be finding yourself in better times than if you aren't right now. That's a fact, because so many energies are moving through and around the planet that it is a little like losing your balance, or being encouraged to lose your balance faster than ever before. But if you have got the inner balance of body working, then you'll be finding that you actually will be getting a lot accomplished that you would like to get accomplished, whether it's relationship, intimacy growth, whether it's a doing of some kind. But the things that you feel in your body compelled to do, compelled to walk towards, the more you're looking after your body right now, the more that base energy can be supported, the more that base energy can alchemize the energies coming from under the ground and through all of us, and the more flow and fluency there will be in your body, so you will be able to create with the energies of this world. Things are getting faster in terms of physical manifestation and creation, which is wonderful. But we're ending today's energy forecast where we began, which is when you have those Walking Dead days, it's really important to just slow it down for a while, and not only to recognize that you need the ebb and flow of life, and on certain days energies will be stronger than others, but also to understand the relationship that you have in those Walking Dead days to where you were and where you're going. Because the energy matrix on our planet is getting stronger and wider and more connected all of the time, empathically, telepathically, don't always believe that you're going to be able to successfully work out in your mind what's going on one of those Walking Dead days. And yet, of course, our mind likes to give us a way of understanding how we're feeling. Sometimes you'll be recovering from what you've just done. You'll be bringing yourself into the new balance place that you've arrived at because of the changes you just walked through in the last 1, 2, 3 weeks. But a lot of the time now, if you ask yourself on those days what's going on, you're going to be feeling what's coming. You may not know what's coming, but if you track this and you measure this scientifically over your coming few weeks, it will be very interesting for you to see how on the days where you feel a little contracted, a little walking dead, energy outputs of significant size are about to come through you and into your life. If your first thought about what I just said is fear, recognize you're believing that fear is always the thing you have to look out for first. So that's a belief and a way of feeling about life that you need to work on, because you can work on it and you can move it. It could be trauma related, it could just be a pattern. It could be to do with what you're putting in your body and the chemical imbalance that that's causing. But for many of you, when you have these days, if you're in rest, open up to bright futures ahead. Not necessarily in a mental way, not necessarily planning an intention unless you feel to, but just have those quiet days to rest, to look at the trees, look at the sky, know that you're alive in this moment and this moment is all you need. Breathe, take it all into your body and get curious about what's coming next for you as a creator on this planet, and what you as a creator on this planet are going to do to help the shift that we as people are now beginning to wake up to facilitate. Take care everybody. I'll see you all next month. I will be doing a live event in Denver on the weekend of April the 6th and 7th. I'll be at the New Hampshire Expo mid-May. I think the dates are the 16th and 17th, and I'm coming to Los Angeles in June. I again think the dates are the 21st and the 22nd of June. If you go to my website leeharrisenergy.com, there is an events page. All the details and dates are there should you wish to come. It'd be great to meet you. And if you would like to experience daily quotes to inspire or uplift, we have a Facebook page. If you search for my name, Lee Harris, you'll find the page there. Take care everyone, lots of love, have a great month, and see you in May.